Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Revie and Co channel. You may remember us from a couple streams ago where we were here with some of the folks from the Ringling College of Art and Design talking about this very challenge, My World, and welcome to it. Students across the country and the world were challenged to create a poster that has some animated elements to it about their world and their life. And boy, did we get some good submissions. I'm actually going to go ahead and move this so that y'all can see chat at the same time. But anyway, yes, truthfully, thank you all so much for submitting. And those of you that spoke to other people to get them to join the challenge, we certainly appreciate that as well. We got a lot of really good submissions. We're going to go ahead and go through our top 5. Maybe we'll look at a couple of the other ones after this. However, just want to say what we got on the table for these 5 winners here is a $10,000 scholarship to the Ringling College of Art and Design for our winner. Then there is a $5,000 roughly equivalent pre-college program for our second place, and then we've got cash prizes from there on. But also, if you participated in the challenge, you should have received an email from Ringling College of Art and Design to get your free shirt for participating in the challenge as well. So please make sure to fill that out so that you can go ahead and get that shirt for participating. But thank you guys so much for joining the challenge. We're all very, very excited to look through these and see some great work. Should we go ahead and get started? Oh, wow. Okay, hold on. I actually think your audio is not coming through for some reason. I don't know why. Here, can you just turn on your... Sorry about this, y'all. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I... no, it should be coming through. It's just not showing up. Can you unmute your browser thing, please? And we'll just see if that works instead. Because maybe it's just not coming through my Discord for some reason. Yeah, let us know if you can hear Noah now. I'm just gonna go ahead and deafen in here. But let us know if you can hear him. That would be great. I'm Austin. He's Noah, for people asking in the chat. Good to be hanging with y'all today. And let us know if you can hear Noah. Anyway, also, yes, thank you to all the teachers who sponsored students to submit to the challenge as well. Clearly, some of y'all are doing a fantastic job supporting these students, and we just really, really appreciate you being willing to help students participate in this. Noah, just so you know, you can also hear like typing and all that other stuff now, so just be wary of that. Anyway, let's go ahead and look at our first submission here. This is from Victoria Leonard. Congratulations to Victoria on getting 5th place in our challenge. We can talk through some of the likes, dislikes, and all the things about this particular submission. Sorry, what did you... Oh. You can't hear me if I do that, right? Okay, I see. Okay, then... Okay, can you do that for me? Okay. Let's go ahead and talk through Victoria's, I think, is our best plan of action here. It seems like they can hear you now, so we should be good. All right. Let's go ahead and talk about Victoria's. What are some things that we like about this one? I think the colors are really, really strong here. Everybody loved the composition. It's very clear like where you're supposed to look. Some submissions suffered from that a little bit, where there was lots of really cool things to look at, and so you didn't know exactly like which thing to start with first. But the hierarchy here is very clear. So very, very good job to Victoria on that. Let's see. Some of the things that could have helped it go a little bit higher in the rankings would be just more motion generally. This is a poster challenge after all, but it is an animated poster challenge. So while the light flashing back here certainly helps provide some sort of atmosphere, we really think that there were some other options to be able to add just a little bit more animation to some of the more like foreground elements and things as well. So that was my main thought. What you got? But it is, you can hear yourself on the stream, right? Have you checked that? Got it. Let me check it real quick first. Yeah, it's not coming through for some reason. I don't know why. Yep, you're just not talking. Yeah, Noah also really likes the colors, is the thing to know. I really don't know why your audio is not working for me. I don't understand that. Give us 1 second. I will see if we can fix that momentarily. Just a second. So sorry about that, everybody. All right, you should be able to hear Noah now. Apologies for that. That should
Miss you guys.
Should be all good. It just was going to be so silly to not be able to hear what he had to say. Sorry. Go ahead, Noah. Please give your thoughts on Victoria's poster here.
For me, it's all about the texture. Really, I like the texture. I like the painterly effects. I understand that's like hard to bring in motion into that, but that's a challenge, I suppose. I really like the subtle highlighting, like the backlighting, that sort of edge glow that these characters have is delicious,
I agree.
if nothing else. So, yeah, it feels very much in the same world, and it's got a very solid composition. It could go down off the top of the composition a little bit in terms of words, because they got very little bit of margin.
You're seeing probably a little, or no, you're looking at it on the screen share, right? Or are you looking at it on the stream? It's a little.
Oh, it does.
Never mind. Just look at it on the screen share, and you'll see it that way.
I see.
I agree with you, especially on the rim lighting on these characters. I think it really helps them stand out without necessarily needing to make them like too obvious, because then that would have taken away too much attention from the My World text. And welcome to it. I think on the judging panel, we all agreed that we liked that you were trying to do this like wide tracking thing with the type, but typically I feel like that works better when it's a little smaller, because this still feels a little too big for it to be that wide between the letters. I think you might have been able to get it all on like 2 lines or something like that.
Yes.
And it probably would have felt a little bit more premium in that aspect. But overall, very, very nice piece. Congratulations on your 5th place in the challenge. Thank you very much, Victoria.
What do they get?
You'll have to look at that. I can't look at that right now. I don't have it pulled up.
All right, who knows what you can.
No, we'll tell you that in a second. Next up is our 4th place, Lex the Clown. This piece was really interesting. I'm just going to let you look at it for a second. We just loved the overall concept, especially since these were created by high school students. This felt very much like not necessarily like the quality of it was from a high school student, but just something you'd expect to see for like a movie about high school or something. We felt it fit very well thematically, and like we really could sort of feel what the day-to-day was like for this person. So just on an overall conceptual note, we really appreciated that. Motion wise, it was really fun. Overall, it is a poster, and throughout this challenge, sometimes we saw people submitting where things moved too much. Like we had multiple different scenes, and so it wasn't really ever resting as a single poster the whole time that you could watch or read through. But this manages to keep it feeling like a still poster, but have enough elements that have interesting motion to really keep you like looking and finding new details every time that you went back to look at it. So we thought that was really cool as well. Also, again, on a technical level, integrating both the photographic elements and the design elements was very, very well done. And we didn't see that in a lot of the other submissions. So
Yeah.
big props to give on that one. If I had to give any notes in particular, because of where the hands are, it's kind of hard to tell the perspective of this image back here. Generally, we know it's like a road that goes off into the distance, but it kind of looks like the road is like these lines in the road are a little bit too big for what I would expect for just like proportionally where the hands are and things like that.
Right.
So maybe there could have been some different placement of the background graphic, but ultimately that's a smaller note because we still understand what's going on. But yeah, other than that, I'd probably say more just notes about contrast. This My World splotch down here kind of blends into the background a little bit too much. Compared to like how nicely you can tell the difference between where these trees are and then where you've got this notebook pattern here. So that's something that could have helped here is maybe like darkening the background image down here a little bit.
Yep.
Other
That's a good point.
than that, I would say it could have been cool to potentially have like this notebook texture be the same all the way down. So like these same lines are horizontal here rather than being diagonal on this piece. I get that the lines being diagonal here makes it match the type a bit more, but I think it still could have worked because you have diagonal elements going against the lines here as well.
Yep.
But
I
those
super
were
agree.
my main thoughts.
I like the little dialogue between the black ink and the blue ink. The black ink's always in like a non-cursive and the blue's always in cursive, and um the blue's not animated and the black usually is. That's kind of fun. That feels like a little Easter egg, and I liked finding it. Really good stuff. I agree with everything Austin said. Also, congratulations on your cash prize and 1 hour faculty portfolio review / consultation
Yes,
and shirt.
that is an important note for any of the winners that we talk about here today. Please look in your email for a message from Ringling to schedule that review. Definitely be good to get some FaceTime with the staff members there. So be sure to check your email for that, as well as for everybody for the shirts. Congratulations, though, Lex the Clown. Very well done. Thank you so much for submitting, and please be sure to thank your teacher for sponsoring you as well.
Yeah.
Let's
Good
move on
stuff.
to our third place winner, Mbaros, with a 3D submission. Just take that in for a second.
Taking it in.
Some of the things that really set our winners apart from some of the other submissions were the different layers of narrative to the concept. Like it wasn't just a drawing and it looks pretty, though that also has merit. This one we were like, oh, this looks nice, but then we also realized that there's like some good messaging here, and like the world is being held up as these arms are like reaching out of the ocean. It's got like interesting layers to it that you notice the longer you look at it. So we certainly appreciated that about this one as well. The motion was nice on this one, but I think it could have ranked even higher had the motion not just been reversed
Yeah,
over and over
absolutely.
again. You know, there could have been some way to resolve it or have like everything goes around the planet, but then it just speeds back around to do the loop or something as it moves through
Yeah.
the same spot. But I also understand that it might be difficult to get this water back here to like perfectly line up if you did it that way. But that was a thought that we had. Our main feedback was on this type down here. While we like that it actually is embedded in the environment, some of the modeling, I guess, the like deflation, some of these letters didn't feel quite as intentional and felt a little rough.
It's a little jagged in places too.
Yeah. So that's just something we'd look out for because this middle section feels really, really clean and nice and well designed, but it feels like it's getting a little funky down there. So it's just something to look out for in the future.
I'll also note that the more contrast your type has in color, the higher it'll rank on the hierarchy. And so having the subline text be white and then the big text be a darker color that contrasts less, might want to flip that choice or just do something to make the subtext like a little bit less um contrasting.
I agree.
I like it a lot. I think that's a really cute world, and I like the reflections, the light bounces onto the clouds from the green and the blue of the actual world themselves, the world itself. I dig it. It's good stuff.
I dig it. And that's why Ambaros gets third place. Thank you so much for submitting. We appreciate you.
Enjoy your prizes.
Enjoy your prizes. All right, moving on to second place here. I'll just let y'all know now, there was quite the battle between our first and second place here. We were really back and forth in a lot of different ways. But the second place is awarded to Presley Woltman. We have lots to say about this piece. See, like, that's how you make something loop. You know what I mean? This is clever. It's a really interesting way to like have more motion, but still be able to bring it back into being a poster consistently, you know, and leave enough time for the poster to actually be read in a nice way. I really liked this piece a lot. The motion on this one was really, really strong. We honestly couldn't tell if like Presley had fully done frame by frame for the animation of the character or if it was rotoscoped. It was that good. We have no idea. But it's really, really well done either way. Lots of different details and background elements that you don't really notice until like the second or third watch. So it just keeps you coming back and looking at different things every time you get that haze off the screen again. It's just so creative. I just really like the concept on this one a lot.
I like the attention to detail in that even the drips from when you draw and the frosted glass.
Mm-hmm.
That's good stuff. That's yummy. I like it.
Yeah.
And
The
just the commitment to the composition of a big smiley face in the middle it makes me happy. I like it a lot.
You put smiley face, Noah smiles. That's just a little, a little hack.
True.
It's I think our main note on this would have been that compositionally, I think you're set up really well for animation to like leave it sort of blank here and then have the smiley face coming afterwards. But up until that smiley face comes in on a first watch, we were kind of like, this is spaced really far apart, you know? And so maybe there's some way that like the type could animate from this point or something so that like maybe the type is a little bit closer together here, but then as the hand comes up to draw on it, they move out of the way or something like that. It just more of a note on if we were to have to look at like this particular frame for the animation compositionally, it just feels like there's a little bit too much space here. So that was our main note in discussion. But it makes for a really good payoff whenever you put the smiley face there. So we're kind of 50-50 on that one. Oh, Noah, now you're muted or something? I can't even hear you in Discord now. Did you change your audio or something?
No, I didn't change
Oh,
anything.
now we can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was like, why isn't he stopping talking? For it's like going into a minor key and then a major key. It like resolves nicely.
Mm-hmm.
From another little perspective, the texturing that you did to kind of make the text look like it's frosted glass feels a little unevenly applied in that it feels more like a gradient and doesn't exist on the actual glass itself. It's just on the text. If I were to redo this poster, I would put a little bit more care into the texturing and the font choices themselves. Especially that subline is all like caps and kind of the same note but smaller of the other text. I would probably alter that a little bit and make it a little bit more legible because the skinny bits of this display type are very skinny, and so it makes it a little bit harder to read when it gets smaller. That's some type feedback for you.
There you go. Type feedback. But overall, we loved Presley's piece. It's really great. We really, really enjoyed it. So Congratulations on your second place win. Very, very good concept. Can't wait to see more things from you.
More claps
And
for you.
drum roll, please. Our
Bit
first
of a
place winner for the My World and Welcome to It challenge, sponsored by Ringling College of Art and Design, goes to Lee Dahlman.
Lee Dahlman.
Now, there's a lot to say about this piece as well.
Take it in, y'all. Take it in.
I'll start with the feedback first, because honestly, there's less of that than there is praise to give here. Our main feedback was just like more motion. We just wanted a little bit more motion. You know, it creates a really nice atmosphere with the particles and the eye blinking there. Like, it still reads really well as a poster the entire time, but there are other elements that could have been animated in some way without necessarily messing up your composition. Things like maybe these sun rays here like scale down and scale back up ambiently, or maybe they like slowly change opacity or something.
Or like these little birds that are like on the lines, the telephone
Exactly.
lines.
Mm-hmm.
Or like the actual glare, the beautiful glare subtle glare that it's got from the sun,
Mm-hmm.
like moves a little bit.
Something. Just something. Maybe the hair rustles a little bit every once in a while. I
Yeah.
don't know. But like just a little bit more motion. But that's basically the only feedback that we've got. The design on this is amazing. I don't really think there's any contest about that one.
Yep.
I didn't even realize, we already thought this looked really pretty while we were talking about it, but I didn't notice until my third or fourth time looking at it that there's also faces built into the negative space here where the light's coming from. And it feels so masterfully designed, and the composition is just very, very, very nice. We felt that not only did this look like it could be a movie poster, but also that this is great viz for something like an ad campaign or just, work you'd see out in the world. So
Very thoughtful.
Very, very thoughtful and incredibly well done. The colors are beautiful as well. You've got really great contrast across the entire piece. And also the attention to detail down here, and not just like taking things from another film poster and dropping down here, like actually writing out all of your own little funny tidbits and things here, and like making your own Lee Dahlman Films logo down here as well. Like, it makes it all feel like it's a real movie. And we just really, really love this one across the board.
Absolutely great job.
So
using
well done.
Well done. Exactly. Let me talk over you real quick. Using the door for an O, honestly, custom type is always just like, whether you typed it out and then like changed the perspective of it, or you made it fully custom, it's great and it fits really nicely. It's very satisfying.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you added grain. Come on.
You did. We love
Great
some
job.
grain.
Add some grain, make those gradients a little smoother, make it feel a little bit more premium. I dig it. I really do. Great job. And enjoy your prizes, which are
a big old scholarship to Ringling
big old
College of Art and Design.
scholarship.
Big old scholarship.
A big cash prize too, and of course the review/consultation
And a shirt.
T-shirt and a $10,000 tuition scholarship to Ringling College of Art and Design.
Yep.
Undergraduate program.
So congratulations, Lee. Very, very well done. Thank you to everyone who submitted, and congratulations to all of our winners. Very, very, very well done. If you would like to be able to go look at all of the submissions to the challenge, I'll put a link in the chat now, but you go to easyease.co/submissions. You sort by sponsored challenge and My World and Welcome to It, and you can see all of the amazing submissions to the challenge. There's a couple other ones I want to look at really, really quickly, just because we just wanted to call them out in these last like 5 minutes. I really loved this one. There's so much detail here, and you can see that it's not only just about them in their world, but you can see like their friends and what those friends mean to them and the things they do together. And it just really gave a good picture of what this person's life is like. I also really appreciated the fact that it's not all just stuck in a house, like in a nice grid or something. They actually kind of unwrapped the house, and just gave it a really interesting composition. So I really appreciated that about this. I don't know if you have anything else that you wanted to add.
I dig it. I like the attention to detail, and that the flickering of the M affects a highlight on I think every single character,
Mm-hmm.
and I like that.
That's just really, really good attention to detail. Uh,
Yeah,
so thank you, Coco Bean. We really liked that piece as well.
really
Let's
good stuff.
take a look. The animation on this one, y'all, from G
This one's
Peters.
cool.
The animation on this one is crazy. Um, really well done. Especially the train, especially just like your sense of speed is very, very good. We really appreciated the movement on this one that we felt some other ones were lacking. So well done on animating this one. It just didn't have enough time where it was the poster was our main piece of feedback. So
Yeah.
maybe a little bit more of a balance there, but still, when it was moving, it was really cool.
Mhm. Also, the book itself could have moved a little bit. I really like how it's like kind of showing different versions of themselves, and it's just like all coming together at the end. I love the concept for this. I think it's absolutely adorable and well executed as well.
Mm-hmm.
So good stuff, honestly.
Thank you, G Peters. Oh, this one, man.
This
This
one's
one
so
is
cool.
so cool and really well designed. Like it feels like it could be a TV show. It just it's not a poster, you know? Which was kind of what we all said when we were judging was just like, "Oh, this one's really sick." It just doesn't sit as a poster, you know? So
Mhm.
unfortunately it couldn't win a poster challenge, but just the little sparkle off of the teardrop and just it's just gorgeous. So
Yeah,
just excited to see what you keep making.
it's got
Um
such a vibe.
I would love to just see like a whole episode of a show made in this style. It's really cool.
Yeah,
So thank you, Zan the T, for that one as well. Are there any other
absolutely.
specific ones you'd like to call out?
Yeah, there's two more. There's the band one
Band
where
one.
with the
Oh,
nice
this one.
type animation.
This one. Yep.
I love the type animation on this. Look at that swirl, it just creates it and
Gorgeous.
then it melts back down. It's very pretty. Also, like solid colors you're using, you're keeping
Mm-hmm.
it relatively consistent. And I dig it. It gives me a picture of like what you care about, and I think that's really nice.
Yeah. Well done. It's really the animation up here is just masterful. You know.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
thank you, Control Alt Delete, for that one.
Good job.
We
And then I
certainly
want to look at the
appreciate it.
purple one with the text that fits really nicely.
Purple one with the text that fits nicely. This one?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
This one is by Go Yum. The
This one,
colors and gradients
this
on this
is
are gorgeous.
that's true. And it's got some fun animation, and it's like a whole little story. I like it. I'm interested in like what the actual backstory is behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a font choice that I would have honestly never made, but it fits quite well here
Yep.
because of those sharp lines, and it fits in like the little areas that it
The way it
exists.
dips down into here and like
Yeah.
matches the brows is really, really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And the way it matches the angle of the foreground elements on the bottom.
yeah,
Also very nice. So it's just solid stuff and good color consistency. I like it a lot.
that's right. Well, that is all the time that we have today. But seriously, thank you to everyone who submitted. Thank you to all of the teachers that helped facilitate this. Thank you to Ringling College of Art and Design for being willing to support these students and coordinating with us to make this amazing challenge happen. You should definitely go sign up for EasyEase. You can comment and leave notes on all of these different posts. You can cast your own votes on which ones you liked most. So please be sure to go and do that. EasyEase.co, sign up, and you can see them all in the submissions tab here. Thanks again to everybody who submitted. Please look out for those emails from the Ringling College of Art and Design so that you can get your prizes, your shirts, all of the above. Want to make sure that you don't miss that. And stick around. We'll have some other challenges and things coming soon. But thanks so much for participating, and we'll see y'all soon.